Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, so that information can be found down below in the description. So, Geminis, it is... Why is it coming up that way though? And it's something that they're showing me, and it's kind of interesting. And I'm trying to find, I'm trying to allow the words. Let's put it this way. It's not so much find, because it's not up to me to find the words. But why am I? Why is that? What is that word? I want to say they're called one. Hold on, guys. I want to look for the correct word, because I can describe it, but it's going to take like 100 words to describe one thing. All right. So I guess it's called an observer mirror. So it's one of those you know, those mirrors that are usually used like during like police investigations and things like that, right? Where it allows the other people on the other side watch and hear what it is that you're saying, but you're aware that there's somebody there, but you're not aware who it is, right? And it's almost kind of like that is what they're showing me. You're on one side, and it's like directly on the other side of you, someone is looking at you and someone is observing you. Now, for many of you, this is going to mean many different things, right? For some of you, this is just kind of you needing to see and recognize how far you have actually come, because you don't give yourself enough credit for something. And for others of you, it's almost kind of like this energy, whoever it is that you connect to the most when it comes to your spiritual family, whether those are angels, guides, ancestors, whatever it is, right? Animals or whatever it is, there's one specific one that you may feel their presence at all time. They're kind of looking at you like you're already here, but you don't realize it. Or it's almost kind of like they're extending their hand like come, but you're not realizing it, right? You're putting up this wall, or you're just looking in the mirror at what it is, right? That's kind of like, okay, now I'm getting the full picture. Sorry guys, it's very interesting the way your energy is, the energies around you guys is coming in, right? So you know how when we look in a mirror, right, we're only seeing the outside of ourselves, right? We're seeing the physical aspect of ourselves, but by looking in the mirror, we're seeing what it is that we are experiencing at that moment, right? When we see it physically, that's what I'm talking about. So like, whether if you're sad, you're gonna look sad. If you're happy, you're gonna look happy. If you're angry, you're gonna look angry, right? But it's not showing you the aspects or the parts or or the situations, the circumstances that led to that moment. And it's almost kind of like you're being told to take all of that into consideration, to take everything that you have experienced up to this moment into consideration when you're looking at yourself, and not to be so hard and so harsh on yourself. And it's almost kind of like needing to learn to give yourself that space, that space to just be, right? It's not about what other people expect from you. It's not about what society is expecting, what anything is. It's like, what is it that you want, right? And that's kind of like where your focus should be this week, because it's almost kind of like this energy, like if you are looking, right, if you continue to look at your life, right, and you continue to look at who you are by just the mere reflection of that moment, you're missing the entire picture, because that glimpse, that reflection is just about a second, right? The moment that you turn your head to the left or to the right, that second is gone and the reflection itself changes. So it's almost kind of like, stop being so hard on yourself. And it's like, I feel like the person behind the mirror, right, behind the observing mirror, is kind of like, if you could only see like the beauty, the growth, if you could only see you in the lives that I see you, right? So if we talk about, like, for those of you, regardless of whatever you want to call it, like God, the universe, it's kind of like, if you only saw how I saw you, right? And many times a lot of people get lost in just what it is that they're experiencing at this moment, how hard things are. And they tend to forget that they are built, right? And you are equipped with overcoming any challenge, right, that may present itself. And this energy of whoever it is that is observing you from the spiritual realm is kind of like, can you see? Like, can you not see your own power? Can you not see your own strength? Like, I am putting out my hand to help you, and you're just like focused on how many wrinkles you have, how many gray hairs you have, how much you weigh, what you look like, what you need to do to yourself, need to do a lift here, need to, like, stop. And it's very heartwarming, but it's also very sad when somebody doesn't see or realize their own potential and allows themselves to fall prey to the lies told by let's just leave it like that, right? To the lies told, right? And whoever this person is for you spiritually, that is trying to help you, is really trying to get your attention, is really trying to get you to have a different perspective in the way that you see yourself and the way that you handle challenging situations in your life. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use my new deck. New to me, but it's been in my family for like over 20 years. Not to be confused with my other deck that I actually bought. Someone was saving this for me for a very, very, very long time, and I finally was able to get it this past weekend. So let's go ahead and see. Alright, so we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. We have the Four of Cups in the upright, and then we have the Three of Wands in the upright. So it's almost kind of like, okay, can you for one moment stop judging yourself based on one thing? Know that you are more than what you look like. You are more than what your financial bank account has in, right? You are more than your weight. You are more than your hair. You're more than your whatever it is. It's almost kind of like you're trying to force yourself into fitting a certain image that in reality doesn't really go with you. And what I'm trying to say with that is like when you're trying to do something because it worked for someone else, them giving you those tools is not for you to do them exactly how they did it. Those are just tools, right? So anytime, if you're trying to manifest something or you're trying to do something and it just seems not to work for you, it is because you're supposed to take those tools and go within yourself to get clarity. And it may be that you may just need to use one out of those tools and not all of them. Or it may be that one tool leads you into discovering another one that works for you. So stop being so strict or rigid when it comes to trying different things. And just remember that just because something works for one person, it doesn't necessarily have to work for you, or that is necessarily going to work for you. It really depends on where you are yourself in your journey. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull out a love energy card. Now this can be relationship, passion, self-love. What is this energy that is coming through for you? We have the palm tree again. The palm tree talks about stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So you're definitely in a space right now where major growth can happen, but you need to be flexible when it comes to that. You need to be able to kind of shift your perspective on certain things, or allow yourself at least the chance to hear someone else's perspective, or at least discover a different perspective. Don't be so rigid is basically the main thing. And whoever it is that is on the spiritual aspect that is trying to reach you, if you go ahead and you take a couple of moments before you go to sleep or you meditate, I feel that this person will definitely be showing themselves up either in a dream or while you're in a trance during meditation. So for your closing message, what do we have for the closing message for Gemini? The winter, take care of your needs. When you take care of yourself, and we're not talking about just superficial things, right? We're talking about when you take care of yourself spiritually, when you take care of yourself emotionally, yes, physically, mentally, all of it. When you start to take care of every aspect of yourself without judging it and without putting any titles or anything to it, then you learn to accept yourself fully, and then you allow yourself to embrace who you truly are, and then you're not afraid to step into the world regardless of whatever that version of you that day looks like. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye bye.